So thank you so much for your opinions. So now we have here a poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. It is entitled The Song of Life. So everyone, can you please read the poem? Start from the title.
A Song of Life by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal.
Thus soul art to thus returns, was
Once not spoken of the soul, not enjoyment and not sorrow, is your destiny and
our way,
but to act that each tomorrow find us farther than today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, both soft and brave, still like muffled drums are beating, funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the of life, bivouac of life, in that lifetime, ripe cattle be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however present. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present. Heart within the lights overhead.
Please continue.
Lives of great men all remind us. We can make our lives
Sublime.
and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time, footprints that perhaps another sailing over life's solemn main,
a forlorn and
shipwrecked brother singing shall take heart again. Let us then be up and going, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing. Learn to labor and to wait.
Thank you so much for the reading of the poem. So, what do you think? What do you think what do you think the message of the poem is all about? Miss Sheila? What do you think the message of the poem is all about?
I think the message of the poem tells about the importance of life here on earth.
Yes, thank you so much. Another? Johanna. Miss Johanna? What do you think the message of the poem?
I think the message of the poem is about how the people want to. That's about the importance of life here on earth.
Yes, thank you so much. So now, in the poem that you have read, The Song of Life, can you identify any literary device or literary devices that you recognize in the poem? Who wants to volunteer? Yes? Rhyme. Next, any other literary devices? Miss Prisha.
Personification.
Personification. What else? what other literary devices can you identify? Lyra.
Alliteration.
Yes, alliteration. Okay. Is there some more literary devices? Can you identify? Parallelism. Parallelism. Thank you so much. So, the poem A Sum of Life by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow is, it has the subtitle phrase of a dramatic monologue spoken by a young man's heart to a composer of beautiful songs or the psalmist. So first, in the first stanza, the speaker begs the psalmist to not to sing to him or to tell him in numerous sorrowful ways about how life is empty and drear. So in the speaker's opinion, the soul that passively experiences life is essentially dead. When we say passively experience, it is as well when you are living your life without doing anything meaningful. So you just live your life, or you just go along with the flow of your life without that much care about what is happening in your surroundings. So moreover, one shouldn't assume that life is merely how it seems from a certain Christian perspective. So as there is a Christian perspective that says life is just a precursor to eternal life after death. So when we say precursor, it is something that happens or exists before another thing happens. So in other words, it is as though saying that life on earth is just something that is not important, or like something that just exists before experiencing eternal life after death, which is not. So that is why in the second stanza, the speaker argues that life is very much real and full of meaning. So life, as the speaker adds, is sincere and intense. And the goal of life is not simply death. And we have this Christian saying, dust to dust, so it's which essentially means that humans come from the earth, or the dust of the earth, and return to dust upon death. So the speaker argues that death only refers to the death of the body and not the soul. And so the speaker is emphasizing that the soul should be full of life. So while the soul is essentially part of our being as humans, so if our body or if a person does not give meaning to his or her life, then the soul has not fulfilled its mission. So it is, or in other words, you just literally live and die on earth without doing anything. So you just wasted your time here, or your soul just wasted its time and experience here on earth. So class, we should remember that it is not indulgence or misery that should humanity's destiny or goal. Just like stated in the third stanza, not enjoyment and sorrow is our destiny on earth. So, and in order to do that, or life should be something more meaningful, and in order to do that, as the speaker declares, humans should act in such a manner that creates a progress day by day. So, our acts and products. So acts and products of human creativity last a long time. However, time passes quickly. So while human hearts may be strong and courageous, nevertheless, they beat like quieted drums within bodies. So ultimately, each beat they bring humans closer to their death. Therefore, the songs these hearts produce are like funeral marches. So in the next stanza, the speaker then compares the world to a great battlefield. And he adds that life is like a temporary camp without shelter. So therefore, the speaker commands, don't be like silent cattle who are herded about. Be not like dumb driven cattle. Be a hero in strife. So this means, or have you seen those farm animals like carabaos, cows, and goats? Like that, they are being herded, right? They are being led by someone, and they just silently follow. So the speaker emphasized that we should not live like that. Rather, we should be a hero amidst the conflict of life. Next, don't place any certainty or trust no future, however pleasant. So no matter how positive the future may seem, don't place any certainty on it. So additionally, don't dwell on the past. Rather, as the speaker suggests, one should live in the present wholeheartedly and in plain view of God who watches approvingly above in heaven. So therefore, all of humanity, the speaker advises, should seize the day. Moreover, they must live life wholeheartedly and fearlessly while making progress and seeking improvement. So humans will learn to struggle and apply themselves as well as have patience. So that is what the poem is all about. It tells us that us humans should live in the present here and on earth, and we should put meaning on our life. So in your answers earlier, you have identified literary devices. So literary devices are tools writers use to more deeply convey meaning, ideas, and themes that are embedded on their text or their piece, or just like this one, a poem. So they are essentially the tools behind the phrase, read between the lines. So these devices further convey the meanings, ideas, and themes by having some effect on the reader. So the primary literary device that Longfellow uses in his poem A Song of Life are rhyme, repetition, personification, parallelism, and as you have said earlier, alliteration. So rhyme. A rhyme is a device used to give a musical element to a poem and contributes to recitation and memory. So when something rhymes, it is more likely to be memorable. So Longfellow uses the rhyme AB pattern. It's like this one: numbers, slumbers, dream, and sing. So AB. So A numbers, dream is B. A slumbers, then C is D. That is the rhyming pattern that we use in all of the stanzas at this point. Next is, the next literary device is a personification. So personification is a device of imagery in which non-human nouns are given human characteristics or are portrayed to have human emotions. So doing so creates an effect of relatability rather to an otherwise lifeless object. So for example, the personification here is let the dead past bury its dead. So the entity past is portrayed as a living thing. Why? Because the entity past is next to the word bury. Bury is an action word. And bury may be if performed by humans. So the entity past is portrayed as a living thing that can perform a humanistic action. Next, literary device is parallelism. So parallelism, in which similar sentences or sentence structures or grammatical elements are repeated. So they are often right next to each other. They are just like rhymes, but this device serves to enhance the memorability of the poem. So in Longfellow's poem, parallelism is shown in the second stanza, its first line. Life is real, life is earnest. These two sentences starts with life is. Life is, life is. That is the, it is another parallelism occurs in the fourth stanza, which is art is long and time is fleeting. Next, these sentences are parallel to each other as they both follow the structure of subject plus is plus direct object. So the subject is art and then followed by the word is and then the direct object which is long. The same is time is fleeting. So the subject is time plus is and then the word fleeting is the direct object. So next is alliteration. So alliteration is the repetition of similar consonant sounds at the start of words or phrases. So in Longfellow's poem, the sound S is repeated, and this is sample of alliteration. So for the soul is dead that slumbers. So the S in soul and the S in slumbers are repeated. So that is an example of alliteration in the poem. Next is and the grave is not its goal. The words grave and goal with the first letter G, the G is repeated. Next, so overall, Longfellow uses these literary devices together to draw attention to certain words and phrases, to evoke certain emotions or moods in the readers and to inspire the reader to think deeply about what the meaning behind these words and what are the emotions of the poem would be. So can you give me an examples of the different literary devices? So what is the first literary device that we have identified? Rhyme. Yes, rhyme. Can you give me an example of rhyme?
I have a cat, his name is Matt.
Yes.
I have a cat, his name is Matt.
I have a cat, his name is Matt. So what are the words that rhyme in there?
Cat and Matt.
Yes, cat and mat. Next, what is the second literary device that you have identified? Miss Betshila.
The flowers dance gracefully with their spread by grace.
Yes, what kind of literary device is that?
Personification.
Personification. Yes. Thank you so much. Next, Miss Trisha. Can you give me an example? What kind of literary device is that? Parallelism. Yes, thank you. Next, what about alliteration? Can you give me? Joining. Joining, Miss Joining.
Says, she sails by the seashore.
Can you please repeat?
Peter, a pig of Peter.
That is right. That's Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Oh, it's okay. Thank you so much. So that is the literary devices that can be found in the poem. And I am delighted that you have given examples of each literary devices. So now, let us have a quick application. So I want you to pair yourselves. So there are 6 of you. You have 3 pairs. I have here the materials. Please pick your pair. You can fix your partner. So I want you to create a comic panel that depicts the intention of the author of the poem. So in other words, you have to create a comic panel just like this one. Just like this one. Okay? You can share the coloring materials. So at the back of your artwork, I want you to write your realizations about the poem. Please make sure you are helping your partner.